Hey guys, video capture. Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I am trying something new today, and I don't see my video camera. It's not looking like it's streaming here. And I have like 3 windows with all different chats. We're doing a new thing today where we're doing multiple chats on or multiple streams on different sources. What's up, Znato? Hey, Carlos. So it's not looking like my camera's working for some reason, and I'm trying to fix it. So if you guys can just bear with me a minute here. Why is the camera not working? Sorry, technical difficulties here. I don't know why my camera is not working here. But I'm gonna get it. So yeah, just bear with me a second. I apologize. All right, there it is. There it is. All right. Hey, let me fix it because it's in the wrong spot. What's up, guys? All right. So, got the camera working. Microphone, how's it sounding? Okay. Sounding good. I got my restream here. Now we're simultaneously on YouTube, looks like Twitch and Facebook, I think. Although I don't see the I don't see the thing on Facebook. Let's see. So many things open. Oh, yeah, there it is. Hey, all right. Well, this is cool. We got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of windows open. And so bear with me. I'll be looking all over the place because I got all these different chat windows. But if you don't know me, my name is Mike Thompson. I am a painter, illustrator, sculptor, and today we will be doing some sculpting. I'm going to open up ZBrush. All that streaming doesn't tank your computer. I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you guys too. All good now. 3 streams. 3 streams at one time. And while that's opening, I'm going to attempt to drink some water without spilling it all over myself. All right. So we got a choice here. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have my chat thing on top. Let's make that so this stays on top here. Always on top. Yes. And I think that's good. Let's move this over here. Let's go to ZBrush. There it is. Awesome. All right. So we have a choice. We can either do more bishop. Guys might be getting tired of bishop. I don't know. But we can either do some more bishop, or I can do something different, maybe a little Rick and Morty today. So since I have all these chat windows open, you guys give me your feedback, and I'll do that. All right, so let's see what we got on Facebook. Mikey Morgan's in the house. What's up, Mike? Hola, Manel. Paul, what's up? Sean. All right. Rick and Morty, please. I see one Rick and Morty. Rick, what stage is the bishop at? All right, Rick and Morty. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll show you bishop. We're going to do Rick and Morty today. All right? All right, so bishop, load. Actually, I think I got a quick save. All right, so I stopped with, I want to get the right one, 37. I think this is it. All right, did a little work on this last weekend. I was working on the stripe on his pants and kind of fixing some of the stuff that I started last week. So let's see if this opens. Pickle Rick. Exactly. Exactly. All right, while that's opening, I'm going to take some drink more water. Hey, Philo. Wow, this is taking a long time. Come on, man. All right. Okay, so started doing this. This is not the, I think this is the latest one. Let me just turn everything on here. Turn on that, turn on that. Got a lot of subtools. Shirt. You know what? Forget this. Let me just load the one that's right here, because I got a lot of stuff going on. Bishop. I think this is the right one here. Pierre, what's up, dude? Pixel Desire 3D, what's up, May? Apple's taking so long. Crappy ass Apple. Man, don't hate on Apple, May. This is an old machine. It's not Apple's fault. All right, what's the address for your class? What are you talking about? My class with Ryan? Because I started that 2 weeks ago, and right now I think the on-demand is closed. We'll probably be opening that back soon, but for right now it is underway. All right, yeah, no, here it is. So that's that, and we have the pants and the hair. All right, so you guys have seen all this stuff before, but there's a lot of parts here. You know what? I don't want to waste time. Open this all up. You guys have seen it 1,000 times, but here he is so far. I think since I was talking to you, I went in and did a little more to the belt and started working on the pockets a little bit. So that is that. Yeah. And then added the stripe on his pants, just starting to make everything kind of look like it belongs together. Pants, stripe, hair. Where's the belt? The shield and the belt and all this good stuff. All right, so there's a lot of stuff here on this. Let's get to Pickle Rick. Not Pickle Rick. I'm not doing Pickle Rick. Rick and Morty. Load tool. I dress for the cheap seats. Nice. The on-demand are the cheap seats. Mic tools. All right. Sorry. This getting everything all set up kind of has me all over the place. Date modified. All right. Rick and Morty. I think this is it. You actually read my comment. Yeah, you're hating on me, May. Of course I had to read it. Art of No. Thank you, thank you. Anatomy on the Bishop. Thank you, thank you. I spent a long time on it. All right, so this is what I got so far for Rick and Morty. I did the jacket on Rick. The lab coat is marvelous, and the pants are marvelous. But you see, I didn't get a whole lot of wrinkles, so I'm going to go in and detail that stuff today. I made a portal gun for him. You can see his hands aren't even wrapped around it yet, but I got the portal gun. I got a little Mr. Poopy Butthole on his shoulder. I got Morty with the shoe flying off with the big arm, and he is getting grabbed by some type of a monster. Right, so I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to add some more tentacles to this guy. Let's see what Facebook is saying. Manel, thanks. Let's see. All right, so Facebook got a little bit of chat going on. Everybody's over in YouTube and Twitch, it looks like. Can I make this longer? Oh yeah, fresh. All right. I like this. Rick's face. Okay. All right. Cool. So let's get down to the get down. All right. So I'm thinking some more tentacles kind of coming out of this thing would be kind of nice. I started a Graphlomite. I don't know if you guys know that, but those are the insect guys. But I haven't posed him yet. Let's get this hand kind of wrapped around the portal gun. And the other thing too is I want to move his arm, because when you look at it at a lot of angles, the gun is in front of his face. All right, so let me just select Rick. This is kind of going to mess up the jacket because it's already, I don't know if I have any low sub D levels. Oh, look at that Rick body, y'all. All right, luckily I have low sub D levels on this guy. So let's get this set up. Isolate this arm. Oops. Dude, what's going on? Oh, I have touch turned on. Better turn off touch. There it is. All right. Just gonna polygroup these things so they're easier to manipulate. Want a little more of that hand. I think I'm going to move his arm, his shoulder as well. So let's get that. All right, cool. So that's that. Turn on transparency so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to use the gizmo to get this thing posed. I used to do all my posing in Transpose Master, but now with the gizmo, since you can select multiple things, I do everything with the gizmo. Much easier. And all this stuff is covered up, so it doesn't even matter if I really mess up these joints, but why not get it a little cleaner? Let's turn off that. Yeah, that's going to be out of his face. All right, so I like that. Do I have, oh man, all right. So I'm going to move the shirt and the jacket at the same time. Let's see what's going on. What is that to your hand? I can't see it clearly. You're talking about the glove? This is Just a smudge glove that I use to keep from messing up my my Cintiq screen. So keeps me from getting fingerprints all over the place. Alright. Invisible rig. How long will this stream be? Stream today is 2 hours. So try to get as much done as I can while we're in here. I think I'm going to hide everything except for Rick and his shirt and jacket. Yeah, that'll be easier. So I'm going to use the gizmo, but before I do, let me see what kind of sub-D levels I have on this thing. Oh, that's not bad. Alright, I didn't know I had any low subdivision levels. Alright, so just select and blur that a little bit. Let's go to the shirt. Oh, also, I'm working on not saying and ah so much, because I do that a lot. So if I start doing that a lot, guys, just let me know. All right? It's a terrible habit, especially if you're speaking in public. All right, so that's that. And I want to invert that mask. Turn on Rick. I want to completely mask Rick. Alright, let's give this thing a shot. Actually, let me see if I have lower subdivision levels on the shirt. Okay, got one. Alright, and Rick is masked completely. Like the word, do I have my own? Yeah, I do Real Dust Up. I have a Twitch channel. I'm going to start using it more. Right now I really don't. I think I streamed playing a video game once or twice, but that was it. But I definitely will put some more streams on there at some time. Would you sculpt Donald Trump for me? I might have already done that. Maybe. My wife says I can't talk politics, so we will leave that for another day. Alright, so let me see if I can get my gizmo back. Alright. This is going to be tricky, but we're going to try it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to line this up exactly, but I can always just resculpt. Alright, so I'm turning on all the layers, so I should be able to rotate several things at once. I see that I have X symmetry turned on. I do not want X symmetry turned on because this is already out of symmetry. Alright, let me mask some more of that coat. See what we can get here. I know I'm going to get a whole lot of like pinching and stuff. It's not going to be pretty for a while. just get it in the general area, then I can fix it. All right, it's close. Oh wow, all right, it's not too bad. His shoulder got messed up, but I can fix that. All right, so let's blur the mask, turn off the polyframe. All right, maybe I got a little too excited too quickly. The shoulder's gonna be a mess, but I can resculpt it here. ZBrush is the real deal, definitely. There's this for game character animation. No, this is just for everything I do is at some point going to be a. Hey, I said again. At some point, it's going to be a statue, or at least that's the plan. So that's what the resolution's going to be. I don't really work at game res for anything. And UVs are my mortal enemy, so don't expect too many low res things from me, like low poly count stuff. Let's raise that jacket back up. Alright, it's not terrible. When I put the lapel on, it's going to look better, I think. Luckily, I had some low subdivision levels. And then the shirt. Let's bump up Rick. And where are his pants? These the right ones? Oh, those are the ones I want. All right. So there's his pants. You see, I haven't even made I haven't made any shoes or socks for him yet either. Hair and face. Eyes, mouth, eyebrows. Just make a start group for all this stuff and then it will all turn on by itself. Make a new start group. Okay. It's looking a little better. Let's turn on everything else. That's Morty's hair. All right, so let's see. That's cool. So now I can move that portal gun from in front of his face. Let's grab that. Undo that. I have everything turned on the layer stack, so I don't want that. Oh yeah, good idea. I should probably save. Let's see what's going on. How do you feel about it, Pierre? Chicago pizza, man. Come on. Come on, dude. This bread. It's all bread, homie. It's just bread with a little bit of sauce and cheese. Where's the grow, expand, shrink inside of ZBrush? It is... When this saves, I'll look for it. I'm pretty sure it's under geometry. I have everything I need in my UI set up here, so I don't have to look for things. So all of my brushes and everything is all good to go. It's a long save. How big is this file? It's only 2 million polys. I don't know why it's taking so long. Oh, maybe because of all this streaming stuff. Let's see if there's any other questions. Dark and Grim, what's going on? Do you render your work? For renders, yes, I use Keyshot to do my renders. Yep. All right, cool. So let's grab his hand and pose it. Isolate the hand. Just turn off everything except for the hand and the portal gun. There you go. Frame it up. All right. I also want to polygroup these fingers. What's the name of the chat app? This is Restream. Make Game Boy. Just going to quickly group these fingers. I think this is as low as I have it. Oh, I have it lower. See? Pays to have good geometry. Because now what I can do, I can just shrink it and get the separate knuckles. It's kind of hard to see where the... Alright, so that's... This part is actually a knuckle right here. Alright. So just grouping this stuff beforehand just makes it a lot easier for me to pose the fingers. almost done. Got the thumb here. All right, cool. Let me save real quick. Save. Morty. All right. Could you please show us how to make a new object on the scene, just beginning with this amazing software? Thank you. Sure. So, give me a minute to pose this hand, and I'll come back around to it. If I forget, just remind me one more time, because I'm kind of thinking about how I want to do this. So now that everything is grouped, I can just tap on it with the gizmo and select the polygroup that I want, and then pose it the way that I want. Because this guy is way out of symmetry, a lot of times I have to line up the gizmo just so I know where I am again. Let's give this palm a little bit of curl. Start posing these fingers. I just want to try to get in the middle of the joint. Oops. How would he hold this thing? It's a weird shaped gun. Alright, so I guess it's going to have to be further. It's going to have to be further up in the hand, I think. Let's move it. Yeah, more like that. Yeah, I probably have to hold it down. Alright. It's a dumb design for a gun, Rick. Does not look comfortable at all. Alright, that's good. It puts the button right where his thumb is, which is where I want it. Right. Go back to the hand. Let's see, just looking at these questions. How making polygroups helps. Can someone use it effectively in the characters? Yeah, so by making polygroups, you can select them and pose them or mask off areas by polygroup so that you don't affect areas that you don't necessarily want to move. So like now that I have these different polygroups, I can just holding down my Alt button and clicking on, my Control button and clicking on between these two polygroups, I can get two at one time and then just grab the front of the finger here too. But if I was trying to pose this without polygroups, it would take considerably longer and be much harder. So polygroups are your friend. And it's great that I kept these like this really low resolution because I'm not going to have to worry about deformation when I pose this. Used to be I would subdivide and then get rid of the lower subdivision levels, and then when I posed, everything was very kind of wonky, didn't look good. So I keep everything super low. That's why like the gun is really low. This is all done with ZModeler, and I keep that same philosophy for my sculpt as well. Let's go back to this pinky. So if it gets quiet in here, you guys have to excuse me. I kind of need to concentrate when I do this, but if you have any questions, I'll answer them. Hey, what's up, Oxart? Yes, I do freelance Uday. That's actually how I make my living. All right, let's get these fingers here. Just be easier if I hid everything but the hand. I'm making it harder than it needs to be. Oh yeah, way easier. Let's hide that part too. Oops. Alright. Looks like I twisted the finger around. I don't want to do that. Alright, it's getting there. It's not exactly the most exciting thing to watch here, but who doesn't have to pose fingers? You guys know what this is. All right. Let's maybe move this part in a little closer. The thumb is actually not in a bad spot here. All right, that'll work. I kind of like this finger just kind of relaxed, maybe not so pointy. Yeah. All right. So let's move. Let's get this palm up a little bit. Okay, so now we can sculpt a little more. Actually, let me save. Be a bummer to lose that work. Sorry for the Spanish. Explain to Carlos question. How long have I been using ZBrush? About 4.5 years. What's your best recommendation for success on modeling with ZBrush? Making things, not money. There's a lot of really good tutorials out there. I learned by grabbing a few books and going on YouTube and just looking at tutorials. Also, there's some really good Google Hangouts that you can go to. Looking for the clean my glasses. Some good Hangouts that you can become a part of and talk to people who know what they're doing. Everybody's always really happy to share their information with you. And ZBrush Live. There's a ton of videos with a bunch of amazing sculptors on here, like pretty much everything you would need. So if you want to learn how to use ZBrush, there's like 1,000 resources for you. First place though, stop at Pixelogic and look at the ZBrush classrooms and see what Joe and Paul have put together. All right. Cave Dog is here to learn. That's what I'm talking about. Any good recommendations for anatomy? Absolutely. You ask the right questions, you've come to the right place. So I got this book on Amazon. It is really good. Let me switch something here. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Move. Come on, guy. Really? All right. Get rid of this bishop reference because I'm not using that today. And video full screen. All right. So Strength Training Anatomy, and this is by Delavier, I think is his name. Yeah, Frederick Delavier. I know I'm butchering his name, but you can get it on Amazon, and it's really good because it's got poses. It's bright in here. It's got poses, so you get to see how the muscles compress and stretch in different poses, which is amazing. Also, I have an Andrew Carr's statue, Anatomy Tools, which is pretty awesome. He's back there. See, there's a whole thing. Really big, like 2.5 feet tall. And there's also Pinterest. Some really good stuff on Pinterest. I have an anatomy page on Pinterest with a few hundred, maybe like 500 images right now. But go to, let's see, I guess I just type it on. Nope, not on there. Also, if I want to chat to you guys, I don't think I can. All right, maybe on Twitch. Yeah, let me do it on Twitch. Sorry, I got a lot of screens here. There it is right there. Okay. All right. So on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everything pretty much, I'm at Mike T Artworks, ArtStation, and on Pinterest I have a bunch of pages with a ton of really good reference. So follow me on there and you'll get some great anatomy reference for free. The statue, the Andrew Carr statue, is pretty expensive. I think it was like $350, but it's great because you can take off the limbs, the arms, and the head. So bright in here. It's too bright in here. Sorry, I got the windows open. But you take off the arms and the head, and you can move them around and look at them, and they're pretty awesome. So that's the anatomy stuff. So this is saved. Let's do a little sculpting here. And you can see it's still pretty low res, but just want to get that. His hand is really pressed up on this gun, so there'd be like a fold of skin that just shows that it's pushing up against it. And my knuckles probably need to be redefined. And stand to subdivide this too. This is pretty small. But because he's so old, I'm thinking he's probably got like big joints. All right, so it's close. Alright, I'm going to hide this gun, see what the inside of the hand looks like, because sometimes when you're folding the fingers, they get a little deformed on the inside. And again, something that nobody's going to see, but I'll know it's there, so it bugs me. I just got to fix it. Let's hide this thumb. Actually, let's hide the palm too. We don't need that. Much easier. Now I can just inflate some of these parts. Shape these fingertips a little bit. One thing I do want to do today is make a lapel for his lab coat, because it looks silly without one. Nice quad on that right wall. Dig the room though. Oh, thanks. You guys want to see what I got going on here? I did a Wacom feature about, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago. And so it finally made me, that's my snowboard over there. I did the artwork on that snowboard. It made me finally, oh my God, I just realized I'm over here sculpting. You guys can't even see my screen. Oh, sorry about that. That's crazy. Nobody said anything? Ah, there it is. We can't see your work. Thank you. All right, all right, all right. That's my bad. So I've been working on these fingers. I don't know if you guys have seen anything I've done, but I was doing stuff on the fingers. I cannot believe that I did that. The old camera was exciting. Can you slide undo states when we see the process? Oh yeah. Yeah, I could totally do that. All right. Now you guys are thinking. All right, so if I, first let me save it just so I don't lose anything. And then I'll back up and you guys can see what I did. That is a good call. All right, how far did I go back? All right, so I had this posed, right? Let me move the camera around. And then, oh, doesn't make sense without the gun. Then I just started kind of working on the fatty deposits on his hand. Oh, I'm on the gun now. All right. Wait a minute. Good thing I saved. I just lost my work messing around with this slider. Whose idea was that? Dr. Pixel. I blame you. Now I'm gonna reload it. Load tool. No worries. 159. Drink some water. No, I was just sculpting the inside of the fingers. You didn't miss anything. White door was awesome. You can slide on it and printer. You guys got jokes. All right, you're one of the few only pixelized streamers on a Mac, it seems. No. Well, maybe now. I know that who used to have one? Somebody else used to have one, they got rid of it. This Mac isn't that long for this world. I'm going to build a PC this year at some point. This is a 2008 that I've just completely redone the inside of it, but it gets the job done. So I got kids, man. I can't be buying new computers every year. Got tuition to pay. But yeah, now I'm going to build a new PC at some point. This does have a GTX 980 inside of it. That's the best graphics card I could put in here for a machine this old. So I don't have any apps that really take advantage of it, but it's in there. The eye screw needs. Yeah, you're right. Oh, is Ashley in here? What's up, Ash? Alright, let's see what we got. We got a hand. We got our gun. Start turning stuff on here. You got Rick. I screwed up his shoulder, it looks like. Is that what that is? What is that? Oh no, that's his. I split off his head from his body, so I could subdivide it. And turn on this. Where's his jacket and all that? Make it a start group. And let's turn on this. Okay. We do not need this sphere. This is a sphere that I'm using for lighting in KeyShot. I make geometry that I turn into lights in KeyShot. That way I can have physical lights in addition to the HDRIs. So, let's see what we got cooking here. The hand is better. Alright, he needs a lapel on his coat. So let's do that. Oh, also I did want to make, oops. I do want to make it look like Mr. Poopy Butthole's on his shoulder here. So let's do some sculpting. Is that inside penetrating? No, that's Rick. His shirt is coming through. I'm going to isolate that inside and push it in because it's pulling through here. Come to the dark side. What is that? The PC side is the dark side? Alright, I'm coming. Hey man, Steve's not alive anymore, so I don't feel bad leaving. Only stayed for Steve Jobs. Alright, what do I want now? I want this brush. Turn down the intensity, it's too high. This is going to make more sense when I have his lapel on the coat, because that's what this guy is holding on to. I feel weird saying his name over and over again. You guys know who he is. You know who he is. I don't want to say it. Ooh wee, Rick. So we don't need to see Morty. Let's hide Morty. Hide his gun. You know what? Let me do this smart way. I'll just make a start group for Morty. And then turn him off. Alright. And we don't need the portal. Turn that off. Alright, cool. What's up, Ashley? How are you? You're a little Rick and Morty today. Alright. Yeah, man, it goes to show how disciplined you are when it comes to sub-D levels. Yeah, it took a long time. Now my computer can handle the higher ones. I'm working on something now. That bishop is at 28 million polys. So I just went all out with that one, but I just like to work low because it's clean. Alright, let's go to his jacket. And I'm going to do this with a curved strap. And then I'm going to use my ZModeler. Right, so because this has sub-D levels, I'm going to use that sphere, the light, right? I'll turn that on. And then if I select that layer, I can draw on his coat. Right? So let's kind of figure this thing out. This has way too many division levels. I'm going to turn that down. I believe that's under stroke. And curve. Curve functions. Wait a minute. Alright, I always get this confused. Curve smoothness slider will control the strength of the curve. I don't want that. Curve modifier. Modifiers. Curve step. The roundness of the curve. Okay. Yeah, I use Marvelous only for Rick's pants and his jacket. So, and you can see in the pants, like, they didn't even come out all that, you know. I don't have to sculpt in all the details. The lab coat is what I really wanted to use Marvelous for. So that's going to save. Yeah, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the close here in a second. $28 million. What the hell am I doing wrong? I always wind up in the hundred. Really, hundreds? Man, you must be doing some like crazy stuff. Yeah, Bishop is only 28 right now. Mr. Thompson, do you know any companies who are currently accepting students for internships in Europe? What's that gaming company? They reached out to me one time. The guys that do, what was that shooter on PlayStation? The guys wear the gas masks. That company. I don't know if they're still doing stuff. I don't know what they're doing though. You know what I'm talking about? The guys wear the gas mask. Killzone. That company isn't. Yeah. Are they doing Metro too? Yeah, they're in Europe. So maybe reach out to them. Frame. Guerrilla Games. Yes, that's exactly it. Yep. Thanks, guys. This is nice having the stream right up on my screen. I don't have to look around or anything. All right, now here's the tricky part. Let me hide his head. And his hair. Turn that off, turn that off. Is that going to turn off everything? Nope, cool. All right, now, let's see if I can pick up this. Is that the same one? Nope. Interesting. All right. You know what? Probably make more sense to go around the collar first and then take it down. So there's that side. And it doesn't matter if it really matches this thing exactly. That side, and that penetrated the hell out of the jacket. I don't want to do that. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to say I want to use that. Let's pull it up to the top of the surface. Alright, so now I'm just going to shape this thing, and then I only really care about one side of it right now, because the bottom is probably going to get deformed. So I will use my ZRemesher tools, or not ZRemesher, yeah, ZModeler tools to make this exactly what I want. I like where the inside is, so I'll mask that. And that's supposed to be in his hand. It's going to have a wide jacket, but let's get that up. That's supposed to be. Oh, I don't need that sphere now, so I can cut that off. Actually, let me separate because it's on the same. It's on the same layer. just split hidden. Split hidden. Okay. That's down at the bottom. I'll rename that. Coat collar. And move this up to the same level as the coat. There it is. All right. Now I can hide this sphere because I don't need it. Start to shape this thing a little bit. And I'm going to do it as two parts. I could just do it as one and really spend some time, but I don't want to. So I will have the triangular part as its own piece, and the part that goes around his neck is its own piece as well. So let's see this thing by itself. I don't need the end caps. Let me get rid of them. I use ZModeler for pretty much everything, so I'll show you what I normally do. I'm going to delete these end caps. Right, and now I should be able to polygroup by polyloop. Polyloop, polygroup. Awesome. All right, so that just got the top. I only care about the top because I am going to reshape this. All right, so I will hide everything but the top. I'll delete hidden. And now I can unhide this part. All right, what does a collar look like? Let's get some reference real quick. Lab coat. Images. All right, cool. Let me open up my PureRef. Quit. Open again. Let's move it over here. Okay. It doesn't go anywhere near that long. I'm glad I'm looking at this. All right, let's get a nice big picture. Go with this one. View image. Open image. All right, this looks like it might be a lady's coat, but it's close enough. I just want to see what that collar looks like. Maybe get one more. Ooh wee. All right, this guy looks like a doctor. Open image, a new tab. Yeah. All right, let's bring this over here. All right, cool. So we got this guy. Can kind of see what's going on. Images, range, optimal. There you go. Let's see what other questions we have here. Hey Mike, what do you think? Hey, I will take a look in a little while. No problem. Let's see. Sorry, I heard gas mask and thoughts of Metro. Very cool at the summit last year. How do you continue the stroke? Oh, you just get close to it and you'll get a line that looks like it's linking them together. And then as soon as that line appears, you just keep drawing. And you can continue the stroke. Love the chat you did with Shane. Oh, thank you. Yeah, man, Shane is awesome. Am I using the 32-inch Wacom Cintiq? Maybe. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so let's keep going with this thing. Move this over here. This is good because I was gonna make this way too long, and that's where all the buttons go. So, oops. So let's get rid of some of these. Probably makes sense to count them out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get rid of 8. No, let's get rid of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, so 6 of these will go. I don't know why I counted. It's not like they're the exact same length, so forget what I just said. Just eyeball it. Yeah, it looks about right. Alright, so delete hidden. And it looks like it just dips in, but I'm still going to do it as 2 separate parts. So let's group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's group 5 of these. Alright, and 5 on this side. Oh no! Oh no, come on. Always save, you guys. How much did I lose? Alright, let me read the chat while this is restarting. You mentioned you would be building a new PC versus getting another Mac. Yeah, you just get more money building your own PC. I mean, your value is better. Also, I can just continue to upgrade a lot easier than with my Mac. You start with the way, how did you start into 3D? Oh, so I do illustrations for box art for video, like toys and video games and all that. And I need a reference. So I got tired of looking online and kind of Frankensteining images together. So I started using Poser at first. Then I actually got into Daz. And I have a friend who does stuff for Marvel who got me into Daz. And eventually that was my gateway into ZBrush. And I've loved it ever since. Do I offer any training in your techniques? Yeah, I have a class going on right now, actually. It's too late to register for the live class, but we will be offering the online version again. I'll put a link in the chat before I leave. All right. Did it quick save anything? Let me see. Nope, it did not quick save. I don't know why. My quick save sometimes works and sometimes does not. I don't know why. These are really old and it didn't quick save once, so the only way to get around that is to delete my quick save files and start from scratch. Doesn't really help because I lost all the work I just did. So a little bummed out. I should have saved. That was a rookie mistake. Lost about 25 minutes worth of work. Let's see, I got a question about the texture input to Keyshot. I tried to import the textures, then I made some substance in the Keyshot. Probably I'm not the best person to ask about that. I just Google it if I was you. You'd probably find exactly what you're looking for. Daz is a gateway drug in a ZBrush. Exactly. Yep. That is true. Wait a minute, what is this? Did it? Huh. Frame. Frame. There's the hand. Do I have any of the coat done? I don't think so. There's the coat. No. Nope. But I do have the hand where I want it. Alright, well, it's not that deep. Let's do it again. Let's turn on this light. What time is it? Almost 2:30, so I got about a half an hour left, you guys. And I'm going to go to my ZModeler. Not ZModeler. I'm going to go to my curve strap. And let's do this again. Oh, select the thing that does not have subdivision levels. All right, so at least I can show you how you continue that stroke, whoever asked me. So you see that red line that kind of appears when I get close? That allows me to keep drawing. Well, it's supposed to anyway. Yeah, like that. All right, and that should be able to do the same thing on both sides. Which it did. Cool. I want this to be wider, so I'll make the brush size a little larger and tap on it again. That's cool. This is going to move fast because now we've already done it. I know what I'm doing now. Let's kind of get it into position once more. Alright, so now if I quick save, let's see if it saves. Yes, okay. Yeah, for some reason I just have to empty out my quick saves in order for it to make a new one. I don't know what that's all about. Oh wow, it didn't save the part that I did on his shoulder here. I lost a little more than I thought. Alright, so let's split this. What do we have? Split unmasked. Rename this coat collar. Let's move it back up again. Okay, there's the coat. Leave that there. Let's make a new start group. Okay. Let's turn on everything. Turn off solo. Did I make the Morty start group? Yeah. think so. Nope. Why aren't these things turned on? Alright, whatever. Turn that on. I don't need the tentacle. Maybe put some clothes on Rick. Alright. So I don't need Morty. I'll just keep him hidden. It's all good. Turn off the shirt, the gun, portal. Let's turn off that light. All right. All right. All right. So let's get this collar kind of where I want it again. Oh, hide the head and the hair. Okay. And mask the inside. Oh, I gotta select mask lasso, select lasso again. There you go. Let's see what we got going on. On-demand option is what I choose. The community is helpful. And Mike, of course, knows this stuff. Thank you. How'd you get the pose for this character? I just decided I wanted to make him look like he's jumping through the portal. So it's kind of like a running pose. This looks great. How'd you do the clothing? Hey, thank you. The lab coat is marvelous. Everything else, the lab coat and the pants for Rick are marvelous. Everything else is done in ZBrush. Crap, they must have closed enrollment for the course. Yeah, they'll reopen it. I mean, it's just gonna. I think it's gonna have to be after this runs its course. It's 8 weeks, but you can get in later on. Greetings from Texas. How you doing? What's going on? All right. So I'm back where I was again. I need to delete those end caps once more. Because I don't need them. It's easier if I just do this. There's one. Okay, delete hidden. Let's do a Z. Move this lab coat out of the way. All right, ZModeler, ZModeler. Okay. And I want to polygroup by polyloop just to get the top loop, which is right there. Select it. Delete hidden. Now we're cooking. I'm almost back to where I was, so it's not that big a deal. Now the reason I always do this is because it's very easy to fit the contour exactly how you want it, and the geometry is going to be like super clean. I was watching Shane's cowboy thing, and he does it very similarly, although he's doing it much better than me. Shane is a boss, y'all. Okay. Now I can, I'm going to split those parts. That actually comes down farther. Actually comes down even farther than that. Let's do this one. Yeah. Love how when you polygroup it always makes the color almost exactly the same. Alright, so that's cool. And now I can save before I lose it again. Oh no, I didn't use another application to do the posing. I posed right in ZBrush using the Gizmo 3D. What brush are you using to make this collar? This started off as the curved strap. So I just drew on a curved strap and deleted some of the poly, so now I just have the top face, and I can move it around. How much Dynamesh do you use, if any, Mike? I don't use Dynamesh. I'm not a Dynamesh guy. I know there are people who are really good at it, but I don't use it. And a lot of the reason for that is that my scale on my sculpts is all over the place, and generally it's too small. So because of that, Dynamesh is not very effective. Also, I like really clean topology and edge flow, and Dynamesh isn't giving me that. I know I could ZRemesh it, but it's not really my bag, man. I've seen people who can really make it sing though, so no hate. Alright, I'm going to split these parts now. Alright, split, hidden. Okay, so now I can just work on the top part for right now. And first thing I want to do is make sure it lines up everywhere. Alright, so that's pretty good. Okay, and I'm going to add some edge loops to hold the shape. So I'll go back to my ZModeler. Let's put one close to the inside. Alright, and then let's pull this up. I want to start getting that shape that is in the picture here. Let's move this picture where everybody can see it. Seriously? Alright, there it is. Make this smaller. Okay, let's move Rick over. Come on, dude, don't. It's supposed to be always on top. Don't do that. Stay on top. There you go. All right. So let's save because it's starting to act a little crazy. You so crazy. Let's get some water. I do have Shane's ruler. I just I haven't had it before, so I was having all those problems before I talked to Shane. He gave it to me, and so going forward, I'm all good. Also, I have the, what is it called? The plug-in for resizing. It's a Z in front of everything. What's it called? Z Scale Master? Scale Master. Yeah, I got that. So technically, I should not have any problems anymore. Also, having my scale be off was causing problems in Marvelous because the particle distance was always wacky. Like I would have something that would come in and it would be really tiny, and then I'd bring something in the same measurement and it would be huge. So it's just one of those things you play around with until you get it. I usually want to sculpt, so I don't have the patience to make sure all my settings are right before I fix it. Shane did hook me up with that ruler though. Alright. This is pretty straightforward. I'm going to have to make this bigger than it should be in order for Mr. Poopy Butthole to grab it. So technically it won't be exactly a lab coat, but it's close. Alright, so now that the shape is right, let's Q-mesh it out. Polygarball. Alright, add some thickness. You know what, before I do that, I'm going to add another loop, and then I can make it so it's not quite so stiff. I can start moving these points around. Right, because if I do that after I Q-mesh it, it's just going to deform badly. Make it look a little more like cloth. All right. So make sure this edge flow is good. All right, so now I can Q-mesh it. Okay, that's cool. So let's add a couple more holding lines. I don't want it to be super crisp on these edges because that's not the way cloth generally looks, so I'm not going to crease it. I know I can mess with the tolerance to make it, you know, to make it so it's not super sharp, but I just want to see what this looks like. I love Pure Ref, but it's always in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like it always covers up something I need. Put this over here. Yes, always yes. There you go. All right. So that looks good. Now, something I can do, if I like this, which I do like it, is let's put a little bit of a lip around the edge of this thing. Alright, so I just want to have a continuous edge. So again, I'm going to use my ZModeler and stitch some of these lines together. These points, rather. And I know you guys that are proper 3D box modelers know that this can be done a lot easier in something like Maya or Max, but I'm not a 3D person, so that's why I like oops. That's why I like ZModeler so much. Just stitch these points. Alright. So now what I can do is I can polygroup by polyloop. Right? And I got my edge for his jacket. And I like that, so let's save before I lose it. I don't normally have a whole lot of crashes, but lately I've been, like, over the weekend I had a ton of crashes. Alright, so since you don't use Dynamesh, you just block out everything first and then sculpt it. Yes. That's exactly what I do. I guess that explains the poly count. Yeah, that would do it. ZRemesh, you'd be all good. Ready and waiting for new messages. Yeah, bad scale and marble. This is a bummer. It is. That and sometimes even when I weld the points, they come in and in some places they aren't welded. So I'm not sure exactly why it does that. I really like Marvelous, but it sometimes it doesn't do what I want it to do. Alright. You were using the new tablet for a few weeks ago. Can you talk about it? How did it go? Yeah, I still can't talk about it, man. When it comes out, I'll be doing a video review, but sorry, I can't get too deep into it just yet. QMesh. Alright, so now I can take my QMesh and bring up that edge a little bit. Right? I do this for everything. So, good thing about this now is I can also delete. Let's add an edge loop here, right? Now I can delete this edge loop. Oops, let's get a little closer so I can see what I'm doing. Now I can just delete this edge loop here. Come on, dude. There it is. Alright, so I can delete that edge loop there, and now I have a bevel. Alright. And it's controlled. Like I could have done it by using the bevel, just the bevel function, but alright, now I got that, which is pretty good. But it looks like I am, my edge got a little soft. So let's just put a couple more holding lines on here. There, and don't crash, man. All right. There and there. Okay, so now there's my edge. Right, and then I can just sculpt in the wrinkles and it's all good. So let's see what this looks like. Okay. I must have drawn a new one. T-frame. There it is. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we can do the bottom part of the lapel. Select that. Let's kind of shape it. Oh man. Shape it. It's moving kind of slowly. Let me turn off everything except for the coat. And the color. Okay. Alright, let's move this. There. But you guys can see why I'm using such like a really low topo piece. Like I can just keep it super clean and then just, you know, divide it as I need. Like shape it. It's really easy to do that. This thing back up here where it was before. Gonna move for me? Alright. Let me shrink it. There you go. Alright, so they're kind of rounded. Which is cool. That looks good. Let's move this over here. Check that edge. Make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. It's having a hard time grabbing stuff. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. Push that tip on in there a little bit. And it's okay if it penetrates the cloth because I'm just going to Q-mesh it up anyway. Alright, there's that. So now let's put a holding line on both of these sides. And we can Q-mesh all polys. That thickness looks pretty good. So it looks like I could use a few more edge loops to make sure that it doesn't, make sure that it does follow this edge a little better. Right, so insert a few loops. All right. Okay. Put a loop to hold the top. I'm going to have to make that edge on this one as well, so I can just add these here and here. Here and here. That. Okay. Oh, it looks like this side over here is thinner than the other side, so. Let's get rid of this. Just move this in. Shape this side too. All right. So then we can get our, let me make that little bump up part. What are we doing? Oh, it's 3 o'clock. I guess not today. Not today, son. This class flew by, or class. This string flew by. All right, so let me just turn everything on so you guys can see it. I can turn on the dynamic subdivision a little higher so it doesn't look quite so choppy. Let's go back and turn on. Let's turn on all the tools. What happened to Rick's head? Oh, there it is. Okay, turn that on. Let's turn on that. Unhide the hands. Oh, that's not where his hands are. Oh, where's his body? Always stay organized, you guys. I'm not very organized. Where's his body? Oh, there it is. Okay, and the portal gun. All right, let's get that sphere out of here. And I lost my lapel. Turn that on. All right, so it's getting there. And then I guess what I can do now that I have the top of his collar is I can make it so Mr. Poopy Butthole is actually grabbing it and holding on to it because it's supposed to be like a buck and bronco type of a thing. All right, so it's 3 o'clock. I don't want to cut into Ashley's time. I think she's next. She's usually the same day as me. Believe, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's the class. All right, so let's see. What size monitor are you using? 32. You're working the mouse and a pad. The stylus and a mouse. All right, if you want to, ZBrush program is very, yeah, ZBrush is dope. ZBrush is dope. That's why I'm here. Cine 4D. Rick reminds me of an actor. Actually, I don't know which actor. Let me know. That'll be fun. All right. Check out my pic before you leave. Okay. Send me a link. Send it to Mike at Mike T Artworks, and I'll check it out, and then I'll holler back at you. Oh, here it is right here. Or send it to me that way. Oh, wow. Wow. That's dope. Kudos to you. That's fresh. Am I following you? If not, I'm going to do it right now. All right, guys. It's been fun. I will check you next time. It's kind of weird looking all over the place for the chats. I think I kind of left the Facebook people out today because it was a different screen, but thanks. And thanks. And I don't know how to move this thing. Is that what the plan was the whole time? See what you did here? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, guys. Peace. I'll see you next time. Hope you liked it. Very cool. Very cool. Monster Dumb Nerd. Where is the thing to cut it off? All right, Jane, stop this crazy thing.